So this is not actually a fort; it's a fortress. So, and just a brief background, slowly being taken over by British, Portuguese, and the French.
East Coast and West Coast.
East Coast. So East India Company was there. So East India Company slowly they had the political and political gains with making trades with India, and slowly they had battle. The first battle was Battle of Palissy at 1757. So the first encounter which the British had with the Nepalese Gurkhas was at this fort, the Battle of Nalapani, Battle of Khalanga. So here it was a battle of. It was not a battle which was fought in the plain. This was a battle fought in the mountains. So it has got a different strategy, it has got different tactics to fight. Chand dynasty was in Kumaon, Garhwal dynasty was there, and Turkmen Shah and all, and Nepalese dynasty was there. So these Himalayan dynasties were fighting with each other, and after the Battle of Khurbada, where Turkmen Shah was killed, Khurbada, thereafter the Nepalese dominance occurred here. Now on 21st of October 1840, one force under Colonel Mobe, separate Mobe, he came from Mohand Pass, and Colonel Carpenter, he came from Imli Pass. They came from Imli Pass on 23rd October. They reached Dehradun, and they were somewhere around in Dehradun, and then on 24th of October, this was the Dashera festival going on that time, was the Nepalese forces. So they took advantage of that, they are busy with celebrations, and they attacked on 24th morning, which was not planned. So now that was repulsed, and cannons were brought here, 6-pounder, 12-pounders. The cannons fell short. They could not reach here. Now, this was then General Robert Rollo Gillespie. The force level 600 Gurkhas with ladies and children included. And the British who came first time, they have 3,500 with modern equipments, cannons and all. The Gurkha rifles, Garhwal rifles, Kumar rifles were raised on 24th April 1815. Okay, so now they are fighting for the British. So the equation keeps changing.
Attack on 28th.
So now the thing is, now once that attack failed, the second attack was on 31st October. After 24th October, next attack was on 31st October on this Khalanga fort. Now that attack was much more prepared, and that General Gillespie had also come into the place. And Colonel Mobe was put back. Okay, you failed the first attack, I'll take it. So he was from a place called Dawn in Ireland. So a lot of attack. This whole fort, whole Khalanga range was, surrounded by the British forces, East India Company forces, not British forces. So still East India Company, not British. So they attacked on morning, but the attack also failed. And about 10:30, 11 o'clock, people refused to come up to fight because there were 49 casualties and huge casualties which the Gurkhas inflicted on the other troops.
With kukris.
With kukris and so and all those primitive equipments. So the thing is, the attack was failed. Then General Gillespie, Colonel Mobe, Colonel Carpenter all said we will go again, and he shouted one shot more for Dawn. That is for his country, for his native place. So once he came up, good about 300 meters next to the fort wall, General Gillespie was killed. So he killed his ADC, Lieutenant O'Hara was killed, the one more officer was killed, and there were huge casualties. And again the battle stopped, and dead bodies were exchanged, and General Gillespie's sister also came to take his body back, and his body was taken from here because battle was only during daytime, like Mahabharata, till about 18th century, 1814. There was no fight after sunset and before sunset. So all the battle was fought during day. So they came, General Gillespie's body was taken from here and cremated in Meerut. And that is St. John's Church. This cemetery is there. On 26th November, some more cannons were brought from Agra, Meerut, and they were all forces increased to 5,000 plus, and it all surrounded. They knew that they cannot enter the fort physically, so they started firing only cannons. So on 26th, 27th, 2 days, they fired about more than 1,000 cannons on this fort, and which created a lot of damage to the Gurkha forces here. So they cut down the water supply of this fort. So water supply was cut down, and for 48 hours the forces fought without water, without food. And on the intervening night of 30th November and 1st December 1814, 70 odd soldiers who were capable of walking out of 600, Kumar Balbhadra and his 70 soldiers, they decided to vacate this, which was difficult, nobody, because there are a lot of injured and dead around here. So they didn't want to leave them. But then said, we also will die here, or we will go back and fight again at a different place. So on that night, they moved from here, went to the water point, drank water, and while going, they made that you cannot conquer this fort. I am leaving this at my own wish. He made this announcement and he walked off. And from here, they went to Song River. They crossed Song River. They went to
Join Amar Singh, right?
Dwara, Dwara they went, and from there the next day morning 2-3 people came here. They said, give us our dead bodies and our injured. The East India Company refused. No, we will not give. We will treat them, and we will treat them, and we'll take care of them. So good about 70 or 100 people were burned here.
Newcomers are not allowed to say.
Okay, can you clap for all three of them? For everyone, that's Shruti ma'am from class of 1992. Mr. Rajiv Jindal, everybody knows him very well, 92 and also ex-president. And that's Shelja ma'am, class of 1989, 88, 89,
Thereafter, the Balbhadra Kanwar, he escaped from Dwara to Dubra. Dubra, they again had a battle. They have been chased. From Dubra, they went to Tiri. From Tiri, they went to Nahan, where Ranjor Thapa was holding the fort. He joined them with his men, and from there, again, the British, when they reached, again they fought with them. And ultimately, the British had a victory on the Himalayas, and the Battle of the Treaty of Saguli was signed between the East India Company and Nepalese government. Along with his 1,000 men, he joined the Maharaj Ranjit Singh army. Then the Colonel Maube, who was here fighting, he had become general by that time. So in 1824, he created that 2 obliques, which is our Sehzar Road, on the
Memorial kind of.
on the one for his own people, one for the adversary. It is the only kind which a victorious army has made for the enemy. So this is in brief about the battle part. A Samiti was formed in 1974 on 12th of May, in which Narendra Shamsher, Jagbahadur Rana from Teri, Hanu Shamsher ji from here, and a lot of other people. So all they formed the Samiti, which I am heading today. So the 12th May 1974, it was formed at Ridreshwar Mahadev Mandir here in Nalapani, which is the Dwara, which is the Dronacharya Mandir. The one Mela, that is on last Sunday of November. That is at Sagartha, that is the only place available. So we do that Mela to revive the memories, to pay homage to the soldiers who have been perished here, and to maintain the culture and the feelings of the people who are connected with this place.
Thank you very much.
Wow.